How can you get it? A fresh file is like, right click of your mouse will give you this option. Under new segment, when you go in, you'll find Microsoft Excel worksheet. When you click it, this type of icon will appear. You can name it as practice file. Okay, you can name it as practice file or something else. So how to do it is like right click. You do have an option called as rename. There you can put up a name for your file. Let's say right now we have given it a practice. Let me open it up. Double click on this file icon will give you this file. Now you can see your workbook. This is actually a workbook. If you see here, this is the name of your workbook, practice Excel. Okay, so this is the place where you can see the name, what name have been given to your file, how it is saved, is actually displayed. Now here you have certain buttons. This is minimize, this is maximize, and again this is like to close the sheet. In order to start displaying the various options in ribbon, you see you can use this option also. Now you see file, these are various tabs available. So if you click on file, it will take you to special option. Then you have home tab, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, and this is a special one which I've added. Now you see these are the various tabs that you do have in a normal workbook. Okay, so every tab will bring in a different set of functions which is actually possible under the tab. So under home tab you can see cut, copy, format painter, wrap text, merge, uh, writing styles. You can color cell, text, conditional formatting. You do have option of filter, find and select. So these things are available under home tab. So second is insert again do have pivot table. You do have various charts. You do have like header and footer. You do have hyperlinks. So these are some of the options that you have under insert. Then you have page layout. In page layout you see you can give an orientation to your particular page. It may be a portrait or it can be a landscape depending upon your requirement. Then you can like you see these are the various options which you can get under page layout. Similarly for formula, defining name, then you see formulas and all, they are already there in inbuilt. So under data tab, yeah, you see when you go for Excel application, I find data tab is one tab where you have lots of tools which helps you in decision making. Like here you see you can do what if analysis whereby you have scenario manager, goal seek, and data table. Okay, and then you do have data analysis tool pack and solver tool. Okay, the moment I'm clicking any of these, it will help me to generate a dialog box and we can do the analysis further. Okay, similarly review and view. Now these are the various tabs. So in your Excel exam, you may get how many tabs do you have? So you need to memorize it. Not only this, but also the various other sub functions that you get under these particular tabs. So now this is your ribbon. Okay, this is your ribbon. You can minimize your ribbon by clicking like this. Again, when you do double click on any of your tab, you will get those features back. Now, when you go to this area, this is the area where you do your execution. Okay, but before that, you see this cell where I've just clicked. This is A1. You see, you change, you click anywhere on this workbook. At this point of time, this cell is activated. This cell is named as J7. So this is the address of this cell. Okay, so you'll find this in name box. uh, so it is J7. You click it here, it will change to C6. Likewise, whatever name has been given, it will define you that thing. This is formula bar. If you're using any formula, any function, here you may see a value, but when you come to formula bar, this place, you see, you will be able to get something in the form of a syntax or a formula. Okay, so now you see when I'm clicking like this is a cell, but when I'm taking a bundle of cells together, this is called as an array. Okay, so I'm doing like this is an array. Let me click on A. When I'm clicking on A, you see entire column A is getting highlighted. Similarly, I can do it for any of these columns. So columns are vertical and rows are horizontal. Okay. So what you need to do is like simply go to the particular row number, click it once, and the entire row will be highlighted. So then you see in the bottom you do have only sheet one. So if you need to increase it, by default, usually three sheets will come in. But here, in this case, we have done it only for one. Now you see, the more the more number of sheets you need to simply press on to this plus icon, and the same number of sheets will be generated. So you're working in the same workbook. Okay. Now next is like how to name these sub sheets. Okay. So go to sheet one, right click of your mouse will give you this tab. Now here you do have many options like insert, delete, rename, move or copy. Okay, likewise you have all these options. So I'm going to rename it. Rename it as like let's say file one. Similarly, I'm going to the second option, right click, renaming it to file two. Likewise. Okay, so this is like a very simple exercise which helps you to rename your file 4 and file 5. This is how we have to do it. Now you see, is there any option where you see you can color your files where it is naming done? Yes, we can use this tab color, and with tab color, let's say, let me pick it this blue, and then I'm going to go to file 2 again, right click of your mouse, go to tab color, pick up something orange, right click. You see what I'm doing is like I'm not doing anything. I'm just using right key of my mouse and then going to tab color, and there I'm going to pick up a particular color. So you see this will help me to color a particular tab. Let me bring in this thing, and last finally I'm going to come up with, let's say, yellow. Okay, so now you can see these tab colors all in different colors all together. So new sheet has been created. Now you see moving sheet from one place to another place. Let me say this is file 0. So hence I need to bring it to the first location. So you see what you're supposed to do it is like simply go to the file, and then you can simply drag it to anywhere you want. Okay, drag and drop. So now it is not file 0, it is file 6. Let me rename it as file 6. Okay, so as per your need you can take your files here and there you want. Now next is like you see uh how to save this file, huh? You see there are certain options. You go to file option, there you have this option of save as. You see this is very important for students who are studying in LPU. Why? Because the interface that we have in LPU, UMS, University Management System, is only accepting files which are in 97 2003 version. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to be a little bit cautious here while saving my file. You see, first of all you have to give a location, so I'm putting it on desktop. So when I'm clicking on desktop, this icon will dialog box will appear. You see where in like I'm going to put it onto desktop. The file name is practice. File type, there are so many types. You see here, you may sometimes have a problem. So I need this Excel 97 2003 workbook. So for students in LPU, it is important. They have to take this one Excel 97 2003 workbook only, and then you specify the name of the file and the location where you would like to save it. Because when you save it, you see what will happen is like your file name will change and your location is predefined. You see, one is this file, one is this file. You can see both these icons closely. Okay, if I'm going to this file, what is it is indicating type Microsoft worksheet. Okay, so this is the latest version. But when I'm going to this file, it is telling me Microsoft Excel 97 2003 workbook. So same file is there. You see, this is the same file. Double click it, you see you're getting the same file that you have done just now. You did some edit, so same editing is available in this. Only thing is like you see point is that this new file is in Excel 97 2003 version. So when you try to upload your file after an execution on UMS, system will accept this file type. Okay, so if you try to do it the latest version, system will give an error. Will give an error, will not accept your file. So it is important. Save it in the right format and then try to upload. Okay. Now what we are going to do next is like I'm going to bring in some standardization in all these six files. Okay. After selecting this, what I'm doing is like I've started doing something like let me make a box where I'm using 10 by 5 matrix. I'm bringing in all borders. At the top, I'm writing the like some sort of labels, registration number, name of the students. Again, you see, when you want to reorganize your cell size according to your requirement, what you need to do is like go to this partition between B and C, or like you see what happened earlier was like this. See, information in B column, B, this particular cell B1 is getting overlapped in C1 also. Okay, half of your information is visible here, half of the information is visible here. If I want you to delete something, the student, so if you click it here, you don't have any information. But when you click it here, you see you have everything here. Okay. So name of the student is mentioned in only B1 cell, not in C1 cell. So what you need to do is like go to this partition between B and C, double click it, you will get this cell readjusted. And next is like let's say gender. Okay. And then we have to do it for let's say age and salary expectations. So these are certain things which we are doing it in one table. Let me make it bold. Let me make it yellow and text colors are red. Okay. So what I'm doing is, you see, I did it in one. It is available in all the files. Okay. You are seeing, are you able to see it? This table, which I've created in file 1, is available in file 2, is available in file 3, is available in file 4, is available in file 5 and file 6. You try to understand what I did. When I started doing this execution in order to bring in a standard format everywhere on all these files, what I did is like I just selected, first step was to select all these like all these tabs or sheets in one go. Let me do it with shift. I have to do it. Shift file 1, shift file 2, shift file 3. Shift is in press mode. Shift key. File 4, file 5, file 6. You see all these files are selected in one go. Then you see when you are doing this and you see I'm going to this and working on this file 1, 2. Now system is very smart. System will help you to do this like series generation automatically. Okay, let's do it for 10 and making it the 10th one also into all border. Okay, let me put in some names. I'm just giving you an idea how Excel works. Underscore 1, I'm writing Anup underscore 2. Now I'm selecting them both and I'm doing a double click. You see, I'm getting all names auto generated. So I'm able to do it like this. So you see, you can do it up to the last number. Let me tell you what is the last number. Control Shift down arrow. So you see here, you have shown your last number as 65,536, and you see you can go up to 10 lakhs or something column wise. So next is gender. We have to put it manually, there is no choice, male, female. uh, Let me put copy paste. Okay, and then age, let me use one function called as rand between, because these are students where average age is like they are between 16 to 21. So let me pick up this function called as rand between. I've placed a formula. I'm copying and pasting that formula in the bottom cells. You see all these values, you are able to see some values here, but when you double click it, it is actually a formula. Okay, so simply when you click on any cell, go to the formula bar, this is your formula in place. So it is not 20, it is rand between 16 and 21. What it means, it is any value which is generated by system between this number 16, which is lower case, lower number, and then there is another value called as 21. Okay. So you see, you got this value, and similarly your salary expectation. Let me bring it again. Rand between number is like, let's say, minimum expectation is 25,000, comma maximum expectation is 50,000. So we are just taking random values, okay, and I'm just copying this formula and pasting it here. You see, every time I'm clicking it, values are changing. Reason is, like, you see, these values are not actually values, these are formulas, and every click, these formulas are going to update, and it means they'll bring in some new change. So yeah, in order to make the data static, anyway, it should not vary. I'm doing something special again. I'm doing telling you, once I'm copying it, you see, you will be able to see this dancing line. Come to the cell, right click, go to paste special, and in paste special you pick up value. When you say okay, now you see, click on any of these values, go to the formula bar, you'll see a number. Okay, so what I've done is I've changed those formulas into number, into particular value. Okay, so this is my table which has been generated. Let me see if it is same in other cases too. 20, 42, 37. Okay, can you see all values are different? Okay, so you see, this is what is the like beauty of this software, which helps you to do things very fast. Which helps you to do things very fast. You see, file 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all do have a data, but file 1 don't have it, because when I started doing it, I picked up these cell selections, these worksheets selections, except one, file 1. Okay, now inserting a, let's say, again we'll see something which is like inserting a column. So we need to insert something between, let's say, name of the student and gender. Let's say we'll need to do a roll number, huh? So how to do it is like, go to B and C is the area where you have to insert something in between. So what you have to do is like, click on C, this column will be highlighted. Go to right click of your mouse. When you do it, this tab will appear. Here you do have an option called as insert. If you want to remove it, use delete option. And if you want to add something, you have to do insert. So look at the place where it is being done. You see, name and gender is the target area. In between, we need to bring in. So you go to the extreme right column. Okay, select this. Again, right click, insert. So one column will be added prior to it. Similarly, let's say this is roll number, and now here we did some numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say I have to bring in someone called as Anup underscore 7A, an additional value. So you see, I have to bring a value after say 7A. So it is between 7 and 8, serial number 7 and 8. So what you do is like, here it is in row 9 where 8 is there. So click on 9 once, right click of your mouse, then you say insert. You see, what is happening is like, one additional row is added to your data. So now I'm going to add this person as a 7A. Okay, and then 7A is alphanumeric information. You see, these are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are numbers. System can understand number, but when it is alphanumeric information, you have to, you see, system don't understand alphanumeric information. And hence, sometimes you have to use it in a different way. So yeah, with inverted comma, you have to mention underscore 7A is the name of the student. Let's say gender is male, male, age is 20, salary expectation is 25,000. Okay, so this is how you can insert a row, and this is how you insert a column. So inserting a row, inserting a column is done. Now you see, let's say we don't want this data set. Okay, this data set is like, I have to select the entire table. How I do it is like, click anywhere in your table, do control A once. When you do control A once, this table will be selected. If you do it twice, entire worksheet will be selected. Okay, so let's say I'm only interested in my table. So I do control A, then I'm going into various types of border. You see, border means this is only bottom border, but for that I need to first remove all borders. So you see this table, no border. Now let's say we will make it somewhat in the form of special borders. So let's bring in double bottom double border. You see double line, huh? And similarly, let me bring in a line after the 10th set of information, but it needs to be a single line, not a double line, but a single line bottom border. Now you see, can you see this table? Let me bring it uh, different labels. So all border here, but after all border, I have to bring in the double line. Now you see the format, like how you need your data. You can organize it as per your requirement. I'm doing center alignment, so these are the alignments: left alignment, center alignment, and right alignment. Okay, as per your need, you can fix your data. Let me bring in everything into center. Do Control A. Need to bring in everything into border, plain border. Okay, so whatever you want, you can do your organization accordingly. You can add as many sheets. Now you see, sheets are still there, and what we did is like we inserted a row, inserted a column, we named these files, we colored these tabs, and then we saw various tabs in this. Like when you click on any tab, you see you'll get a ribbon. This is your ribbon, and we saw how ribbon can be removed and can again be brought back. You see, this is what we have, and then here you see you do have your scroll bar. Any scroll bar means this helps you to either increase or decrease the, like you see what the area you're working on. Just as this is just to have a better view. Okay, so you can scroll it left to right, top to bottom. Now your data is ready. You have seen it. So these are the two scroll bars. You see, I'm just using it like this, and similarly we do have an option like this. So this is something that we have seen. Let's go forward. So in this case, let me apply one more function. Uh, just a minute. Home, under home tab. Let me try one more function. I'm putting in one. Okay. So I would like to get this data filled up to a particular number. Let me go to this fill option. In fill, I do have an option called as series. So this is just to create a data set fast for execution. So is it column wise or row wise? You see, I'm going to do it in column. I would like to have a linear type. So it is like starting value is one, ending value is like, let's say, let me put in 1 lakh. Okay. You see 1 lakh is there. So when I say okay, the system is stopping here. Because I have given a highlight actually. Okay. So just place it here once more. If you go to fill series, it is in column. We'll do it in linear. We'll use a lower value, linear, and let's say we do it for 100 only, and then say okay. Can you see first value? Control Shift down arrow you do, you'll reach to the last value. Okay, let me come back again. What we did a blunder was like, first of all, you need to understand that. Let me again clean it up. Control Shift down arrow. I'm putting in a value called as 1, and then I'm going to this cell. I'm coming out, and then again I'm going to this cell, highlighting this cell. I'm going into fill option. I'm going into series. In column, I'm picking up. It is linear, starting value 1, and ending value 10 lakh. When you say OK, you say I'm starting at 1. Control Shift down arrow. You see this file has maximum number of rows 65,535. Maybe the newer version do have this challenge, but the previous version I've seen where it was allowed up to 10 lakhs. Okay, so this is how you can generate series without, you see, why I'm saying like this is like the other way that we have seen in our file is like 1 and 2, and then what you do is like you start selecting them both, this plus icon will come, and then you start dragging it down, and you have to release it. You see, this may be a very cumbersome process, and you have to keep your cursor, you see, you have to you keep pressing your mouse in order to make sure that the value is reaching to your expected number, which is actually a serious challenge. So it is better you do it this way. Okay, similarly you can do it for row wise also. Again, go to fill option. I've highlighted one. Now go to series. Here it is like column we did, now we are going to do it on row. And how many rows we do have? One, two, three, four, five, six, six only, just to give you one example. Now you see one, we are starting with